Hey everyone, Aussie Viking here to do a talk about the Microsoft conference. So I just finished, and as I'm making this, and I liked it. Now I don't know if I'll do all a video for all the conferences, mainly because the other ones are going to be during a day where I've got stuff to do. But this one and possibly Bethesda one I can talk about. So this one, I didn't mind it. First of all, Scorpio looks amazing, 4K, 60 frames a second for a lot of games. The fact that we're going to have a lot of great games already get a 4K or get an update is great. I mean, I saw The Witcher 3 there, so Witcher 3 alone, be able to play in ultra graphics and maybe a better frame rate, I don't know, is absolutely awesome. And I think the Scorpio is going to be a damn good console. Now, people are complaining about the price. It's $499, I think, in America. And people are still complaining, $499. Considering how much you get, you're basically getting a GTX 1070 in a console. At least that's from what a lot of people are saying. Now, here's the thing. I do feel like people are complaining in America about the price. Here's something for you. In Australia, of course, there is a difference between how much stuff costs and stuff, but in Australia, it's $470 for a Nintendo Switch. So, it's about $71 more for a Nintendo Switch than a Scorpio in America. Obviously, there's still, like, the differences between currency and all that, but, I mean, putting that into perspective, $499 is not bad for a console. Just saying. Anyway, to talk about the conference itself, I thought it was solid, okay? But when they said they're going to show like 42 games, I knew for a fact that there will be times where it gets boring because not every game, I feel like a lot of people were expecting the last game they showed, the BioWare game, they were expecting that throughout the whole thing. Quality game, a quality looking game like that and that much different overall for every game they showed, or at least their exclusives, which wasn't going to happen. Alright, I knew for a fact there was going to be parts where I was bored, but the parts that I wasn't bored at was freaking amazing. A new Metro? Yes! I mean, are we going to be Artrum? Are we going to play as his son? Was that Anna, I think it was Anna, her name was, that took him on the train? It looked amazing, and I can't wait to get it. I'm getting a Scorpio. I mean, it comes out in November. If I order it today, pre-order it today, whenever they put the price up, which will probably be like $600. I hope it's less than 700 Australian. But hey, $100 every fortnight to put onto it until November, I think the 7th. That's okay. I'm okay with that. Okay, but Scorpio, I can't wait to get because all these free updates, and I can't wait to get things like Metro, which comes out in 2018, where it's like, oh, really? But then I realized that's like 5 years development time, and considering how great Metro 1 and 2 were, I'm okay with waiting. But overall exclusivity, well, yeah, they did have exclusives, but there was only really about, I feel like there was like maybe 5 to 8 exclusives that were exclusive to Windows 10 and Xbox One, or the Xbox platform itself. And the rest were basically launch. It said launch exclusives, which I get it, maybe like a year exclusivity, which is fine. But they weren't true exclusives, which a lot of people were like, oh, really? I mean, but some look good. State of Decay 2 looked interesting. A bit janky, but so was the first game, you know. That new platformer actually does not look bad. I actually think it looks pretty good. Crackdown 3 looks great. I can't wait to get that. A lot of people complaining about the whole destructivity. They said in campaign you wouldn't be able to do that. Only in multiplayer. Like, I'm pretty certain they said that a few years ago. Ori, I never played the first one, so I probably won't play the second unless I get Ori on sale or whatever. So there's that. And I think the pirate one, can't remember the name, it looks great. Overall, though, I thought it was a solid thing. They showed a lot of games for a variety of people that I think will enjoy it. The Scorpio looks great. The fact that we got, you know, by all games will be 4K. We're going to get updates to older games. Although I'm a bit iffy about them saying it's for free. I'm like, really? 4K? Are we actually going to have to pay for some of these updates? I don't think so. I think that's just a miswording, I hope. But then again, a lot of games out there that I want were free. Witcher 3, for example. And I think even Skyrim's going to get a 4K update. That's actually pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. That's actually pretty funny. And pretty great too. Overall, I thought it was great. Game-wise, I thought it was okay. They do need more exclusives, as in not launch exclusives, but full-on exclusives. And I do feel like they paced it a bit differently. They should have gone Xbox One, all the main games that are multi-platform, all the launch exclusives, and then the main exclusives. They should have done it in that segmented form instead of just throughout. But overall, I think it's great. And that last game by BioWare looks really, really good. Like, holy hell, does that look good? Like, I want. And 2018. Like, that one looks like the game that everybody wanted. Like, it's different. Like, you can go first-person view and then you get third-person. It's visually different. It's open and big. It looks like the one game that they finally went, all right, Witcher 3, let's take the best of that, put it in. Of course, we need to find out with RPG-ness and stuff like that. And I think it's 4-player co-op. I think it looks like it. That's what I got from the game. But yeah, overall, I would give it a solid look at the game. And overall for Microsoft's conference, I think it was solid. I'm not gonna give it a score. I hate those things, but I thought it is mixed because of all the games they showed and all the different genres. So I know that's gonna get a bit boring for some people, but overall, I think it was fine. And I'm really excited for Scorpio. Kind of sucks that I have to wait till November. I was hoping October, but hey, what can you do? Okay, so as I'm doing this, is just a segmented in, because there were some things I didn't get to talk about that I forgot. First of all, the price. In Australia, it's going to be $6.49. Now, at first, I'm like, really? But that's not too bad, because since it comes out in November, $100 a fortnight, 3 months of paying that, and you basically got the whole thing. That's not too bad. See, that's the positive thing about pre-ordering for certain things, because you can pay it off over time. That, and if I had to pay $6.49 straight up from the get-go, I would feel a bit like some buyer's remorse. But if it's $100 every 2 weeks or something, like every time you get paid, you put $100 aside for that sort of stuff. It's not too bad. So yeah. Another thing is the name. It went from Scorpio to Xbox One X. Now, I wasn't too surprised because let's be honest here, it's not that crazy because remember PS Pro? It was originally PS4 Neo, which sounded a lot better. And while I do think Xbox One Scorpio would sound better, I get the X part. It's a bit iffy. I would have loved Scorpio, but it's not the biggest deal breaker really, if at all. It shouldn't be at all. Another thing is original Xbox games backwards compatibility. I've wanted this since they announced 360 backwards compatibility, and a lot of people are like, "Whoa, what's so good about that? Who cares?" It's a good thing. It is an absolute good thing. We have backwards compatibility, because I would love to play KOTOR 1 until my Xbox One or Xbox Scorpio. I'm still going to call it Scorpio, just like I want to play say the PS4 Pro's Neo. But yeah, I love that sort of stuff. Or if I could play Battlefront 1 and 2 original on my Xbox One. Or Star Wars Republic Commando. Stuff like that. Time Splitters 2. All that stuff. It's a good thing. Older games can get now more cemented in history because, over time, if you've got them all digital and it's like, oh, next console you get backwards compatible and you can play them, that's a good thing. So always keep that in mind. And you got now, one of the big things was Xbox One Scorpio updates where it's 4K. Now, I'm interested in that. So a lot of people that had a 4K TV and saw it on 4K said these games looked amazing, and that was a selling point for them to get the Xbox One X. Which, okay, fair enough. I don't have a 4K TV, and I'm happy that they said you can play it at 1080p, and the game still looks a lot better. Basically, I think ultra graphics on PC, just 1080p. Awesome. I'm in. I want that. Okay, cool. I'm sold. And they got the updates, like I said before. I hope they're not paid updates, stuff like that. But yeah. Anyway, overall, just some other stuff I had to add. Really excited for this. I'm definitely gonna pre-order once EB Games has it up. Anyway, I was Viking out. Bye.